Are you ready to change the entire trajectory of the rest of your life? Because today we're working on that. This is incredible and powerful, powerful stuff. We've been talking about ancestral healing, which is the ability that all of us have to process the emotional trauma of our ancestors, which allows all of us to live freer and happier lives. This is something that science is catching up with at long last. I work as a medical intuitive, so sometimes my work is not fully verified by science yet, but it will be in the future. And this is something that science is actually kind of up on. I've written about it in my book, Heal Your Ancestors, Heal Yourself, which is on Amazon, but there are studies that show that the experiences of our ancestors affect us today. So today, the thing that I really wanted to talk about is actually you. It's your own brain, your own brain. Now, we got to talk about fascia. If you've heard of fascia, fascia is a connective tissue that's under your skin and under, it's like, it's a layer of connective tissue under your skin. It carries fluid and allows for a flow to go through your body. My understanding is that your fascia kind of helps your muscles. And if you have to hold your body in one position for an extended period of time, your fascia will stiffen in place so that it reduces the load on your muscles, which is really helpful and good, except for when your fascia doesn't come undone. So as an example, my first child was severely lip and tongue-tied and I didn't know. And I exclusively breastfed this kid and it was excruciating. And I would curl my toes every time he nursed, which was all the time because he was born at almost 11 pounds and he was hungry, and he couldn't get hardly any milk out at a time because his mouth was so messed up and I didn't know. So there was one day he nursed for 17 hours in that 24-hour period. I thought I was going to die, but I had my toes curled. And many years later, I went to a fascia therapist, a fascia specialist who worked on my feet. It was excruciating. She had to like rip apart the fascia that kept my feet like that. But I hadn't realized I had kept my toes curled for like almost 10 years. I had just spent so much time in that position of pain that my fascia stiffened like that. And so if you've had like plantar fasciitis, a lot of times what that is actually rooted to emotional trauma. You've had some traumatic experiences. You reacted by squeezing your feet in a certain way, and then the fascia got stuck. And now you need to release the fascia. That's what I wanted to talk about today. You want to change the trajectory of your life, you're going to shift the function of your fascia. Okay. And there's fascia specialists that you can hire. They're like massage therapists, but they hurt really bad because they're tearing apart fascial adhesions, which is what it's called when your fascia sticks to itself and makes these little gunky knots that hurt and restrict the flow of your lymph and your blood and all the goo that has to be flowing around for you to be a healthy person. Oh man, it's painful to shift it, but it can be very helpful. Today, in particular, I wanted to talk about the fascia in your brain because yes, you absolutely have fascia in your brain, and how that fascia is functioning affects everything in your life. Your ability to be a happy person and to be a functional person really comes back to your ability to handle your brain fascia. And so if you can straighten out your brain fascia, you're going to have a much better life. You will change the trajectory of your life. I fully believe that, especially in the context of ancestral healing. Ancestral healing requires your physical body to act as a medium to process the chemicals of trauma that our ancestors have generated over the past several bazillion years, right? So we're carrying a lot of stuff that hasn't been processed yet, and we don't even know how much of what we think is ours is really not ours at all. It's really theirs. So this is a big deal. And having your brain be as functional as possible is going to be really helpful to you. It will change your life. How do you fix your brain fascia? You know, when it's fascia in your feet, I do have a foot fascia session, by the way, at my website. So if you have plantar fasciitis, please go check it out. I've had people have total miracles with their feet feeling so much better after doing that session. It's fast and easy, and I believe it is very affordable. So you should go check it out. This is my website, allyduzatclasses.com. But today I wanted to talk about the brain fascia session, because how do you release fascia from your brain when it's your feet or your shoulder or your hand? Like, you can like scrape through and break up fascial adhesions, but your brain is a little protected by your skull, right? So how do you release that fascia? That is the question that I went into, trying to figure out how could I help myself and my clients heal their brain fascia. So say you have like headache problems, or say you've had a lot of trauma in your life, like childhood trauma, the fascia in your brain is connected to all your other fascia. And that is one secret about fascia. A fascial knot or adhesion in one part of your body can cause a problem in a whole other part of your body. And when I first started doing fascia blasting, which I know can be kind of controversial, but this took place maybe 5 years ago, I remember I did like a full body blast where you take this fascia blaster and you like just gently and lightly scrub your skin with it. It's like a little claw. Doing it with your fingers is not going to be very effective, but I did this full body scrub, and then the next morning I felt this big pop in my face, and it was like the fascial band that goes through my face like snapped. And the next day the other one on the other side did too, and I could breathe so much more easily, because the knots in your shoulders, your arms, your legs, your feet, your hips, those are pulling on these fascial bands that wrap through your whole body. Your fascia is kind of one giant organ that goes through your whole self. You don't just have arm fascia and leg fascia, even though I have like a foot fascia session, a brain fascia session. They're all linked, but your brain fascia has knots in it, and it is affecting how your brain is functioning. It is affecting how you are able to maintain your boundaries. It is affecting how you are able to interact with people that you care about. If you have chronic headaches, it may be linked to fascial knots inside of your own skull. So how do you clear that? How do you take care of that problem? That's why I created this session. And I love it because people report some crazy, wonderful stuff. I need to go update it with a bunch of people's experiences and testimonials and stuff. But it can be a very, very powerful session. If you want to change the trajectory of your life starting today, what better way than to help fix your own brain? Doing work on your own brain is going to help you today, but it's going to help you for the whole rest of your life. Anything that you can do any day to bless your brain is going to help you and everyone that you know for the entire rest of your life. Because anytime that you heal yourself, you are helping heal everyone around you. You are setting a new pattern that people can copy. You are interacting with them from a more healed space, from a more competent space, from a more loving and understanding and conscious space. You taking one simple and easy step today to help heal your brain is going to help every aspect of your entire life. So this is very exciting. This is very important for your ancestral healing work, even though you don't have to do this one for your ancestors, at least not today. I might challenge you to try it tomorrow, but your ancestors want you to be in the best condition that you can be. Your ancestors are rooting you on. Maybe not all of them. We all know we've had terrible people in our family lines. Everyone has. We all have some weirdos in there. And not all of our ancestors are on our team. But a lot of them are. And a lot of them want you to have the best functioning brain that you can have. Whatever you can do today to bless your brain is going to bless your life. So eat some protein. Have a good breakfast and fill up on protein, right? Have some good fat. That's going to bless your brain. Your brain is mostly fat. When we eat super low fat diets, that just starves your brain of the ingredients that it needs to be happy and functional. I'm not saying go eat 1,000,000 pounds of fat. That is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is be wise and feed your brain with some healthy fats from time to time, right? Get your vitamins in, take your vitamin C, take your magnesium, right? Take care of your brain, do some exercise, get some blood flowing through your body so that it can flow to your brain, right? Get enough sleep tonight. Prioritize your sleep. Sleep is one of the best ways that you can bless your own brain. This taking care of your brain is going to bless your entire life. It can change the entire trajectory of your life. How have you been at taking care of your brain in the past? Has your brain care been important to you? I will tell you, my brain care is extremely important to me. And I don't know, sometimes I think it shows, but I love my brain and I want to take really good care of it. And you should also love your beautiful, ingenious brain, and you should also take really good care of it. Take care of your brain. It is your greatest resource. It is so important, and taking care of it is going to bless everything about your whole life. You will see for yourself. So that is my message for today. Go take care of your brain fascia. You can't fascia blast the inside of your brain, but that session can help you clear the emotional trauma that is linked to your brain fascia. And many people report that their physical heads actually do feel different after doing that session. So I'm going to recommend it. Okay, come and hang out on Facebook, Intuitive Healing with Ali Duzette. I really like you, and I'm glad that you watched this video. I hope that you have a good day, and I'm going to see you tomorrow. We're going to heal some ancestral trauma.